Hey guys, this is Jumpy Gene. I'm doing this is basically a response to a question I have on the comments of the reassembly of the Project Salvo. But I've gotten this question while I go out to the field all the time. This is my other Project Salvo. I still have the other one I did a video on, but this is another one I took apart. I went ahead and converted it with the Takamo conversion kit to make it mag fed. And we'll go ahead and talk about the feed spring and the button that goes ahead and detaches the actual feed neck from the gun, whether it's a cyclone feed or a regular hopper feed. Basically, this is the shell. This is all I really needed to go ahead and do this video, but we're focusing in on this area right here. Again, I have this on the back of a sandpaper so I can go ahead and be able to see it better. But let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so this area right here. Now, of course, we'll go ahead and we'll put this piece in right here, right at this corner. Alright. Now comes the part with the spring. Alright, it's very hard to see, but this spring right here, kind of somewhat G-shaped, I guess, if you want to call it. But there's this little notch right here on this end that sticks out. Let me put it in this angle. There you go. See how it sticks out a little bit? Alright, that part goes ahead and sticks out. So you want to go ahead and set it so that part that's pointing up towards you is on the top. You want to fit it in there perfectly. Just fit it in there perfectly, just like that. Right there. And what you want to do is put it in a better angle where you can see it. You can see that notch part sticking out. Oh, hard to see. Got somebody's foot in the camera. Alright, so come on, focus. Anyways, I'm sure you can see that spring. So with this piece right here, you have the big hole right here that go into this pin right over here. Right over here. This pin right over here. So you want to go ahead and try and line them up at the same time. You want the piece of the spring to go through this hole, and you want this pin to go through this hole. If you can get them lined up perfectly, good, alright? So both pins are in the holes. So then you want to get this end right here into this notch. So just go ahead, it's going to put a little pressure on the spring. You'll knock it in there. Just try to keep it in there. This video is going to look a lot easier, but it's really hard after you have all the parts. Once you have, you know, the power tube and the hammer and all the springs back here that connect to the stock or back piece, back cap back here, is just it's going to be a little more difficult. But you know, and of course the sear spring and the sear. After you got all that in, you know, I think this would be probably last. You'll go ahead, you'll get it in there. See how it's stuck in place? It's not popping out. That spring is under just a little bit of pressure. It's under just a little bit of pressure. So you go ahead, you get the other receiver half, line them up perfectly. Just go ahead. Alright. After you get it on there, before you tighten any bolts up, you want to make sure it's working. If it's not working, the spring will not come up. If it just stays down or flops, you know, then that spring wasn't put in right, or something went wrong. So basically you want to be able to push that and it comes right back up. Alright. Now another thing is some people don't realize is that the bolt that goes right here that'll hold both receiver halves closed together, if you put that bolt too tight, this right here will be very hard to push down. And after you do push it down, it may stay stuck down because you have both receiver halves closed on that piece right there, tightened around that piece. It's actually not letting it go down. So just go ahead and make sure this comes up, and this one right here, this bolt, you just tighten it till it fits. Once it fits, that's it. Don't tighten it too tight. If you tighten it too tight, you'll notice, because this will be very hard to push down. That was my response video to one of the commenters on my previous video. Thank you guys.